tunes for Vincy Mas 2023.
Hey, that is so true, boy. You better believe it's alright. We're running the road for sure. Alright, now we out front, you know. X104 FM. Hey, welcome back, boy. We're inside your mid-morning set as usual. Today, Tuesday, May 16th. It is, man. Big and serious. And y'all need to run over to Facebook. Check out the Facebook Live as well. Y'all don't know the things that inside the Carnival Hangout, boy. We here, big and serious. Chilling with your biggest artists. Yeah, anything to do with Carnival. Carnival personals, mass bands, whatever it is. Vincy Mas in full effect, and we're getting ready, and a lot of persons gearing up. Shout out to all my foreigners getting ready, booking those flights, man. You can't miss it in a Vincy Mas to the world. You don't mind what you have seen or heard. Vincy Mas is on. We inside the building, boy. Carnival Hangout, big and serious, boy. We inside, hey.
Carnival Hangout with CJ Stump I, DJ Q, the Soca Mafia, and your favorite Vincy Soca artist on X104.3 FM. Your Soca antidote for Carnival 2023.
Alrighty then. So that's what's up, right? If you're on the live right now, boy, we big inside studios. Me and the Soca Mafia, we there. Oh, go on, Maf. I still get used to that name already. Soca Mafia. Hey, you should have given a little time for getting into it, you know, but it's all good. Hey, DJ Q on the ends, as usual. And today in studios, boy, I gotta welcome my brethren, Santana, in the building. What go on, my brother?
Everything cool. Gearing up for Vincy Mas 2023.
Come on, man. The thing sorted out. Alrighty then.
then.
Hey, give thanks for stopping by in studios today. You don't know, as usual, we're just talking Vincy Mas. And you're always on it. Boy, why is so controversial, boy?
Well, that is Vincy Mas. Back and all, everything.
It's Vincy Mas or Santana? Which one? Every time I do something, I see my Facebook notifications going off and I know, boy, it's Santana. It's Santana, Virgil. Let me check out and see what I got. Alright, but Sean is inside the building. For persons who don't know, give me your full name again.
Brewster, sure.
Sean Brewster, a.k.a. Facebook Santana. What's that nickname or something? That childhood name?
My old man, he named Santana, so that's I just smile and I look like him facially.
Oh.
So they just stagger and they turn up on me.
Yeah, I like it. So people just call you Tana.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Alright, a lot of persons who know Santana. Well, apart from Facebook and him being very controversial. Why? I don't know why, but it is what it is. I like it, you know. I like it, and I do enjoy the content on social media from Santana and all of that. People always seem to be at you, boy. I don't know why. Would you consider yourself to be a political activist?
Nah. Nothing like that.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So you just stand for what you stand for.
Yeah, I mean, everybody have to support something.
Right.
You understand? Some of the things that I don't really think to is people making personal attacks support.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because what you support another man might support. It's just that both of us has an understanding that hey, you like this and I like this, and we come to a mutual agreement.
It doesn't happen quite often, but that is how it should be, though.
It should be. Exactly.
Yeah, everybody should be just respecting other opinions and all that. But boy, it don't work that way there at all. You know what I mean? And just to give us a little background on Tana, I know you're not associated with any mass band specifically, but I know you're always doing the work when it comes to Vincy Mas and all of that. So just give me a little background.
Well, I've been with Nelson Black for I've been with Nelson Black for about 30 odd years.
For persons who don't know, Santana was a big hand in Nelson Black.
Yeah, Nelson Black for 30 odd years. I went on from there. I did a presentation with Party Nation.
Right. Yep. That is
in 2017, I think.
Oh, okay, right.
You want to hear the Party Nation game?
Yes. 2017.
I went on to do some work with Links Mass Band.
Right.
Links Mass Band and Extreme has a close relationship.
Definitely.
So, Links Mass Band. Right now I'm doing basically private contracts.
Yeah.
So like if a mass band wants a section to do, I'll do it and stuff like that. I also let me give myself a little
come, but that's what I do. That's what I wanted to do.
I have my own little small business that I do wire bras.
Right. Okay.
So persons like when they go into a little experience soca antidote, you know,
right,
and you want to look classy, you want to look outstanding. You want to look push out. I do wire bras myself, so persons can look a little bit different and
I get that. What's the name of your business?
It's Deja Wire.
Deja Wire. And
Yeah.
You're on Instagram and all that.
Instagram.
Right,
Yes,
just
Instagram.
spell that out for persons so they will know.
It's DAJAWIRE.
Right.
Yeah,
Deja Bras.
Yeah. So you could just link me up and stuff like that. We don't limit to wire bras alone. You know, if you have a little carnival costume and you want to get
Anything.
spruce up. Yeah, I get that.
Oh, you want to tweak? If you want to add some tweak to it.
Yeah, if you want to have
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to it, just hit me up. We can, work out something.
Man, that's nice,
and get
bro.
you on the road.
That's
looking
nice.
good.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So this year you're not particularly with any mass band.
Well, I have a contract with a mass band.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not
fair
going
enough.
to
Fair
say
enough.
who
No,
the
fair
mass
enough.
band is.
Fair enough. Right. And persons might hear that you have a contract to for persons who don't know to actually do what? You actually make
the costumes.
Right.
Actually make the costumes.
physically.
Physically, yes.
You do designs.
Designs and everything like that.
And
I actually did in 2015. I actually did Nelson Black designs for the Band of the Day presentation.
Wow.
It was streaming from football. My second love after mass football.
I was gonna ask you. I mean, come on.
So I did that presentation.
All right, that's good. So you have any titles under your belt?
Nah.
Not really per se.
Yeah, not really for
Which team you support? I think I know, but I cannot.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, man.
Well, I kind of a little bit hesitant in saying Chelsea because we really did good this year.
All they can get
This ain't the
ready.
best year. This ain't the best year.
All they can get ready.
At the end of the day, supporting what you support.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fair enough. And we got Santana in the building, man. I know a big hand in Carnival as well. Kind of under the scenes, and I like them kind of vibes. Just like a lot of persons who be doing a lot of work for Carnival, and you might not know. Probably you're jumping in a costume and you ain't even know it's Santana do that. You know what I mean? So he's big on the scene as well. Coming inside and chill with us today on Carnival Hangout. But this is where we just ends out and just talk Vincy Mas. And talking about Vincy Mas, how you seeing Vincy Mas this year? For somebody who's been in the thing.
From how it started off, it was very disappointing how it started off. But I think it's gonna be one of the biggest carnival we're
Really?
gonna be having. Yes.
Really?
I think persons overseas are gonna come home.
Right.
I think we're gonna have one of the biggest carnival.
Wow. That's nice.
I'm kind of waiting back on some of the songs.
Okay.
I mean, as a old
It's still
man,
early,
as
you
this
know.
year-
Yeah.
as an old man as this year.
Some of them things ain't gonna lash with them ain't really lashing with you yet.
Yeah.
But it's still early.
But it's still early.
Still
Yeah.
early. So some of the music is gonna come around. But in terms of mass and carnival itself, you think
Mass-
it's gonna be big?
Mass over the years has always have hold its own.
Right.
So we're gonna expect, top quality mass presentations coming out. As usual, we always had the little bacchanal, the little disagreements and everything.
That's
like
been
that.
nice.
So, yeah. But I think what is happening, Carnival over the years have changed so much that I think it's a time that after this Carnival, I think it's a time that the CDC and the components them should sit down and come up to a different, even the government, come up with a different way forward for Carnival.
For Carnival on a whole.
Yeah, because it has gone from, I could remember back in the days I did Carnival for fun.
Right.
It was a hobby.
Yeah, it was
Now we're seeing that
Business.
part of the finance coming in,
business.
the business now.
Right.
And people ain't adapting to that. People ain't understanding what is the role of CDC
Right.
compared to how it is now. You
Yeah.
understand?
You talk good, brother.
So I think we need to have that discussion. And I know every time somebody get a disagreement, you hear people jumping up boycott and boycott
you don't
without
support that.
actually having
I don't understand why.
Without
why,
having-
why
you
would
wanna
somebody
boycott
want to
Carnival,
push
though? I don't
that
understand.
Exactly.
agenda to
It
boycott?
should be a last resort.
Yeah.
Of course, it
Definitely.
shouldn't be.
It is there is and that's what I'm saying. In my own opinion, I don't think it's really that bad to boycott Carnival.
Carnival.
But it's safe to say that the boycott is personal agendas.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. But you see, you always have to sit down and listen to what the persons have to say.
Yeah, you
You
have
know,
to.
you can't have a hard and fast and say, oh, this is how we want it.
Yeah.
Just sit down and listen to what persons say. Come to a common understanding.
Yeah. A lot of
Because-
persons are this good. Continue.
Yeah, because the festival is for all of us. It
Yeah.
ain't for CDC, it ain't for for
Yeah,
soca artists, it ain't for mass men,
everybody.
Yeah, it's collective.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And it shows the country. It shows the country as to what it is we can push forward with such minimum resources.
Yeah,
You understand?
definitely.
And I just always say whether who pushing what agenda, like it or not. Carnival is the one of the, well, if not the only thing that the economy is
Yeah.
on high.
Yeah.
Pumps a lot into the economy. Yeah.
I mean, I know we have a little Christmas,
Yeah.
but you can't compare Christmas to
It's
Carnival.
not a comparison.
Yeah.
You
Not a
cannot.
comparison.
So
Yeah.
why you wanna boycott that?
That boycott thing had me a hope.
That
Wow.
was as simple as that song. It's a strong content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, can you even imagine if artists and mass men were to boycott Carnival? I mean, come on, bro. That's like a crash. You crash. Yeah. I know a lot of persons are disgruntled over quite a number of issues, but boycott, no, sir.
Yeah.
As Santana said, after this year, CDC, I mean, everybody in the whole just need to come together. And I think Carnival is on a whole different path right now
Yep.
from what it used to be.
Yeah.
So we need to make that evolution. It needs to go from there to now. We deal with now.
And also you have to sensitize the public too.
Yes.
Because I think the public don't know what is CDC function in Carnival.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And CDC function of what the public thinks it is completely different than what it really is.
That's why they're not making the connection.
Exactly.
That's why they're not making
Exactly.
the connection.
So
Right.
that conversation needs to be had.
Yeah.
It's not just every minute you just push out, CDC this and CDC
Yeah.
that. You have to understand CDC role in Carnival.
Definitely.
Because without CDC in Carnival, there's no Carnival.
There's no
you could
Carnival.
say.
I like
understand?
that.
So
I support that 100, man. And I mean, talking about Carnival, the Carnival launch was very disappointing.
Yeah, well, it was.
I
It
think
was.
that caused a big stir in terms of Vince Mass, social media. I mean, radio-wise as well, a lot of persons were talking about. What you think went wrong, though?
the negativity that was
Prior.
associated with CDC, yes.
Prior to this?
Yes.
Okay.
Prior to this, the Trinidad trip, everybody's about, what is wrong with Carnival? It's political influence also too.
Very
Right.
much so.
So, I mean, this is a national festival. This is how I see it. It's a national festival. It don't matter which political party is in power.
Once you go,
Yeah.
we're
The
in.
Vincentian people supposed to support that.
Carnival.
Of course, it's
Support
supposed to
Carnival.
Forget about the politics.
You have to show the world.
Yeah.
That this is
Because
how
everybody
it is.
else doing it. Everybody else doing
Look
it.
at Grenada.
Grenada.
You talk about
Boy.
Grenada.
Yo.
Look at Grenada. You think Grenada CDC did anything different than our CDC?
But you ask a question and people like, yo, they don't do nothing different.
Nothing different. And we in St. Vincent, we would just see one picture, and we would figure that Grenada did a whole lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Like why did getting down we can't get that?
Because Grenadian people support this stuff.
Yeah.
And again,
I agree.
even as boys come back to this, we as Vincent said, I said yesterday, we do support our thing.
Our thing.
It doesn't matter whether Carnival, it doesn't matter what it is, we don't. We just quick to pinch it or punch it and then hug up somebody else.
Yeah.
And then come make a comparison. Oh, look at over here.
Look at Trinidad,
But then
look
you
at
ain't
this,
supporting
yeah.
you ain't supporting your own.
Your
But
own.
you wanna make a
Oh, you
comparison.
yeah, exactly. Look at for instance, I was just on one day social media platform, and I see one of the big promoters who having shows all over.
Wow.
You see them in Trinidad, Barbados, Toronto, America.
Wow.
And they were saying St. Vincent is the only place that they get so much to fight on.
Wow.
And that person is a Vincentian.
They are Vincent. Yeah. When you see those sort of things, it's kind of make you wonder.
It make you wonder, you know.
Yeah,
Very sad.
we must support we own.
Yeah.
Whether we don't go to shows or nothing like that, we must support we own.
And funny enough, right? That is not just it's Vincent across the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just say, boy, that's just we. That's in our DNA. We just have a way of accept negative,
Yeah.
push the negative agenda, and forget about the 10,000 positive.
Yeah. True.
And we
how
go
it
hold
is.
on the one Carnival launched 2 weeks ago. But we still hold on the Carnival land as a nation.
Yeah.
Instead of okay then, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We move forward
Yeah,
now.
true.
Mass have a play.
Mass have a
But
play.
2 weeks after, we still hold
still
it
on
up.
I mean, we taking that.
Yeah, Mass have a play, bro.
Mass have a
Mass have to play. And that's my time, Mass have a play.
Yeah, Mass have
Yeah,
a play,
man.
Bridget.
Yeah, man.
We inside studios, man. Pick up all my peeps on Facebook as well. Remember, you could just hit us up, share up the live. We're talking Vincy Mass. You know what I mean? Very patriotic in studios. Let me say that. Outside of studios, a whole different thing. You know what I mean? But Santana, he's big on the mass scene. How do you see traditional mass compared to this whole new, the whole wire bras and where you think that you think eventually traditional mask will become obsolete?
I hope not.
But what do you think though? You think it's heading there?
It's heading there because of finances,
Right.
and because of the change in generation.
Right. Different the kind of people who play in mass now.
Kind of people who play mass.
What they're attracted to is different.
Yeah, it's different. But there are still some persons who you have to have diversity.
Yes.
There are still some persons who would go and play traditional mass.
And I understand. So as a mass tent, it would pay for you to be diverse.
Exactly.
See how best you could cater to everybody.
To everybody.
Yeah.
For instance, for me, I would build mass for a fancy band, as they say, a modern band.
Yeah, we get you. Once you say fancy band, we do, yeah.
But then Carnival choose their kiddies Carnival, my child playing a traditional band.
Right.
Because I want her to get that
feeling.
experience. You understand? I don't want her to get something that she only knows about. She only knows about the fancy band, the
feathers and the this and that, and right.
So I want her to get. Even when I'm home, she would come and she would say, "Daddy, what you doing?" and stuff like that. And I would basically show her. You understand?
Right. Get her into that.
But on the the survival of traditional bands depends on finances. And when we come back to CDC again, I think it is about time that each component, mass, pan, and calypso, come off of CDC.
Right.
Stop feed off of CDC.
Okay.
The need. If you look around and you notice shows that is going on by these components, you would only have more shows from pan.
Right.
Then you would have calypso. You won't hear anything about mass.
Right.
Why though? Why though?
I can't
You hear mass with the mass.
I can't speak for mass. I can speak for mass, but
I mean, you must have some thoughts about it. I mean, you must have some knowledge about it.
And those components
what you think
of
about
a big mass, calypso, and pan.
I remember back in the day, the March girl was a big thing.
Real big thing.
As a youth, I used to leave home in the day, like high day 10, 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Even it's streaming on SVG TV back in the days. But the March girl used to be a big thing.
Thing.
But why is it pulled away from it?
The pull away from the marsh guy, I would say, is basically, as I
Is
said,
the March girl right? I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, sorry. Yeah, Mardi Gras.
The marsh guys, they have
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
Long time days, as I said, persons used to do it as a hobby.
Right.
But now it's
The
different.
mass hasn't transitioned from that hobby part into a business
As yet?
as yet. You would charge people for costumes, but you don't look at it as a business. I remember
Right.
years ago. Now you'd build a section that would have 25 persons in it, right? And you would get 20 persons paying customers.
Right.
What would you do with that other 5?
Just give
You
somebody
don't bill
that.
it.
Yeah. Just let somebody play.
But then 5 persons will come in now, say they have no money, they want to play mass. You give them it just to go down the road, just to look big.
Right.
To
look
band
good,
the
right, right.
Just to the band the
Yeah, I get
right?
it. Mardi Gras.
Now what? Yeah, Mardi Gras. What has happened now is that a lot of the persons understand that concept now. So they don't come pay for the mass.
So it's still
You wait until the mass
So
and
it
bill
moved,
it.
it moved from 3 to 5
right,
to 8
yeah, to 20.
Right.
So it's killing. It's gonna
So that's
eventually.
another
okay.
part.
Definitely.
No.
The explanation works, bro.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that with a fancy band.
Yeah, you have to pay
Because
money
a
upfront.
fancy band is money is up front.
Yeah, definitely. And they're expensive.
If you don't get your money to pay for that costume, there's a waiting list. Eh?
Yeah.
There's a waiting
And
list.
if they have 30, it's 30 paid.
30 paid.
Right.
So let me ask a technical question. You think that business houses will help that situation?
Yeah, but business houses has to see a value in the
Yes.
sponsorship.
Yeah.
But then we could go back to the
What-
case of let's do it for the culture. What about that?
Not for business.
No, yeah, they will do.
Because if you notice, there are some of the business entities that drawing away from the traditional aspect and going more
Yes,
to
yes,
the
yes,
party
yes.
band. So the party band already is financed already.
Yeah.
It
The
is.
party band
So-
already made it money.
Brings it back right to what you said about the keeping up the traditional
Yeah.
mass is all about finance.
Let me put on a controversial hat.
Right.
In my opinion, for the Mardi Gras, I think that the party bands should be in a separate category from the traditional bands.
But it is not.
It is not.
It is not.
Both of them are
Yeah,
judged.
everything is
judged.
one.
There is a thing,
Yeah, yeah.
14 registered mass bands. Everybody is judged
One,
the
as
same-
one,
As
as
you
one.
see.
No
But,
cat-
but I mean, I think I used to think that like
No
the
categories.
party band, like the oxygen and these bands, is not part of the judging system.
They, part of the constitution for the CBI is that a band that is now coming in, they don't
Right.
go straight into the competition.
Right.
Okay.
There has to be an establishment for about 3 presentations.
Right.
Just 3
Okay.
years.
As in 3 years, right?
Right. And then they go into the competition.
Right. So they give them a little grace period, make
Grace
sure
period.
they're solid.
Yeah.
Right,
legit.
right. And
So,
then they
so
come
that
in.
is what happened.
So
Okay.
Oxygen is around for more than 3
Yeah,
years now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're already in the judging.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
The full inside.
Nice.
Fully inside. so that in a sense, because the traditional bands look at the prize monies from CDC in order to carry on the presentation for next year.
Yes.
So let's just say that the party bands is up there in the
They
top
dominate.
3.
They dominate.
They dominate.
Yeah. They lose out.
Then the traditional
So-
bands get less.
So
money.
basically, what you're looking at is the end of traditional mass.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you take
yeah.
out that aspect, of putting them in their own category,
Yes.
because they already made them.
Yeah. Traditional has a category. They could win and make some money
Exactly,
still.
and make some money.
But and really and truly, it's hard for them to compete against the
I'm not gonna say
modern.
that, but I'm not
modern
gonna say that
band.
because
It's sad,
traditional
that's sad.
mass band can't afford
Yeah, that's sad though.
those kind of
Exactly.
wire bras.
Exactly.
I mean, I ain't into it, but this is expensive.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Especially now.
yeah,
Especially now coming out of COVID. You got a whole heap of problems. I know last year I tried to bring in some feathers and
You
that
can't
was
make it.
virtually impossible.
wow.
I like that one.
Virtually impossible.
Wow. It would be really sad to see the end of our traditional mass, especially based on the whole finance part of it. So that suggestion you made about having 2 categories is really good. I could see it
the big boys
sustaining.
compete with the big
Compete
boys.
with
Yeah.
Because
And now the big boys have to come hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they know competition stiff, you know.
but sometimes when you really check it out, even during the carnival season, you don't just have like a pick on between mass bands.
Yeah.
The Oxygen and the Mirage don't study the Nelson Black and the Blondie board.
No,
And
They
the
study
players.
the set.
They study
Because-
Oxygen, study Mirage.
Yeah.
In the
And
category.
adrenaline?
They still in the
Because
category.
they're looking at it as you did my league.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
They
Sad.
studying the Nelson
Yeah.
Black and the
And the
players
players
and
and
the
them,
Blondie
right.
Pretty sad
board.
indeed.
The players and the Blondie board study one
Yeah,
another.
yeah,
down
because
there.
right.
But yet they still do and compete.
Compete.
Yeah.
I mean, having Carnival and not hearing about Nelson Black or Blondie Board to me is sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Really
Sad.
sad. Yeah.
I was happy when I heard Nelson Black. When I saw them.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up me good what's your name again?
Alvord.
Nah, one.
I ain't said going on.
I go remember the name just now.
You mean old time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, alright. You ain't going down that road.
You were gonna make a point. You remember that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the traditional aspect of it will stay alive, you know.
Yeah.
Because there are persons in there that sees the value of bringing a traditional mass band.
Right.
So as I said,
despite the
challenges,
challenges. Right.
you would see people still want to bring a traditional mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of getting that momentum and that
Yeah.
motivation,
Yeah.
it is dwindling.
Yeah.
And we have to look at the public too for help. You know, bring that back.
And try and keep it up.
Yeah.
And is it safe to say that the public themselves not into
They
what
kind
the
of
traditional masses-
shifting away from it.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Even the organizers.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, a lot of the posters that you put up, very, very rarely you will see a traditional costume in it. You would see the party band costume.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
How difficult is it for a traditional mass band to transform into the new things? It's not
As I say, finances.
okay.
Finance.
All right.
Yeah, finances.
I think it's
Yeah,
fine.
they have to go from what they are accustomed to into a whole different ball game.
Don't get me wrong on that.
And designers are very expensive. Eh?
Fancy band costumes is very expensive. It is very expensive to build.
Right.
It is very expensive to build.
So when they see some of these prices, they don't shake.
You don't know. No.
As a man in mass, he don't shake.
Nah.
You think
Because
you
I
think
know
they're right?
what it's like.
You think they're right?
I know what it's like. I know the value that you're getting from the costume.
Right.
From the band. Because a lot of the amenities you get in
Yeah.
restoration,
Yeah.
those cost money.
Yeah, they cost money.
So it
You
is safe
understand?
to say that we, like our nation, St. Vincent, our territory here, we pay our pricing is way off than what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Across the board,
Yeah.
shows, mass, whatever it is. Once it's carnival.
Our pricing here is cheaper than a lot of the Caribbean countries.
If not all.
If not all.
In everything.
Yeah,
In
in
everything.
everything.
Shows, masks,
Everything.
Everything.
Wow.
And that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty nice. We're talking to Santana in the building, man. I tell y'all, get inside on the Facebook, share it up. We're talking Vincy Mas. I just love for that Vincy Mas. I'm proud of my. I'm proud of our
Yeah,
country.
I love
mean,
that,
you
man.
know.
Mass have a play.
Mass have a play.
Mass have a play.
Mass
I
have
like
to
it.
play.
All right. What are some areas to improve on our overall carnival product? From you
Overall-
personally. This is a personal question. I'm
Personal
asking. Yeah.
question. Boy.
Because you've been in it for a long time.
Yeah.
You have seen
You
the
see all the
changes. Yeah,
changes.
you have seen all the changes.
The foremost one for me is CDC moving from a facilitator, the carnival,
Right,
to actually being a business entity.
Business end.
right.
Because a lot of times people feel that CDC makes money off a carnival.
Right.
You understand?
This is deep though.
Yeah. A lot of persons think CDC makes money off a
So
carnival.
you don't?
No. Look, you just look at the gate receipts in park. I mean, and there are things that need to change, even within the CDC. We need to move from this closing off sponsorship.
Right.
Open the carnival
To everybody. That's
yeah,
been sitting, right?
let whoever corporate society wants to sponsor.
Right.
Sponsor.
I mean, if you have a budget for $3 million to run a carnival, you understand? It's $3 million sponsors you're looking for. In excess of that.
Right.
So what you would get from your gate receipts now would be additional. That you could actually improve and price money to the
On
carnival
products.
and
Right.
everything.
Right.
But when you have it closed off, that you can't. If I can mention Flow, you can't have a corporate sponsor Flow, and then having Digicel as another sponsor.
Yeah.
Because they're competing brands.
Yeah. You can't do that. Yeah.
That's limiting the carnival.
Yeah, it is.
You understand?
It is.
Same with Brewery and Carib.
Yes.
So then it's limiting the carnival. We need to get out of that. We need to open the carnival and let corporate itself
Yeah.
be a part of the carnival. The only how Digicel could be a part of the carnival is if they bring a Monday one or July.
Wow.
I understand. I had a conversation with Chawali, and he was saying that for soca artists, if you go into Soca Monarch and Digicel sponsor you, you can't bring up any Digicel
Branding.
So
branding.
they have a lot of limits. And but what's the reason behind it though?
I think it's because of the whole sponsorship. We know talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, but Q, that is craziness.
Yeah, I
because
understand what you're saying.
Nelson Black.
Why would you
couple years
sponsor me
ago-
and I can't bring up your?
Nelson Black,
Nelson
couple
Black
years
spon-
ago was Digital
For
Nelson
years.
Black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he in Nelson Black was digital.
Digital Nelson Black. At one point in time, it was Carib too. So why didn't they stop? Why didn't they stop Nelson Black from bringing forward that sponsorship?
Wow. So you think?
And it's actually soca artists is who you're supposed to be looking forward to.
Right.
Who you're
Right.
supposed to be supporting, because they are basically an individual and they have expenses to pay. They have studio time to pay. They produce.
Yeah.
Whoever writes the song and stuff like that.
And that is quite costly as well.
Exactly.
So yeah. Wow.
So why would you limit the soca artists to that?
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah,
have the carnival open,
we need to reload. That's one thing. That's a strong point.
Food
We
for
need to reload
thoughts.
that.
Food
Yeah.
for thoughts. That's
You
good.
have
I
to
know
though.
the CDC listening, so they
And
listening.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
they're
mentioned Chuali. I think he's one of those persons behind the whole like the upgrading of the prize money.
I mean,
Yeah.
the whole spot. I know about it.
The
because
argument. I
know
support the
about-
argument.
yeah,
yeah.
I support the increase in prize monies. What I don't support is the reason why they say that they want to increase.
for the country.
Because no, they're looking at Soca Monarch well, carry its own.
Like the only
in
way they
terms
could
of-
make some money.
In terms of the attendance in park.
Okay.
It's the biggest
It's
show.
the biggest show.
Oh, right.
It
You
is the
understand?
biggest show.
Right.
It's the biggest show.
Right.
Yes, it's the biggest show, but just imagine you don't have a Soca Monarch. You're not seeing soca artists and stage shows
Wow.
in the private events.
Right.
Where are they going to get the money from?
Yes.
You understand?
That makes sense.
I agree with them. They deserve an increase in prize monies because they spend a lot of money on their presentation.
I will tell you something, as a man who involved in Soca Monarch, Soca Monarch could broke me. I'm telling you, it could.
Yeah.
Depends on the kind of
Product
show you want to put
wanna
off.
out.
off.
Yeah.
You understand?
And then again, with you saying that now, that too in its sense could just limit the whole show. Because a man can't get to go as hard as he wants to go.
Exactly.
So the quality of the event kind of just stays at yeah, man. Even if he has the idea to do something big, he watching boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what
I mean? No, it's true.
You should know.
I know. I involve in soca.
Sometimes in the middle of carnival, you did the master and the soca artists come this to bill and stuff like that. And they do it for free.
Yeah, because master, because most of the artists who goes to master, they can't afford it.
Yeah, big up the masters.
Of course, masters help.
Helping out a lot.
Masters help out a lot in soca.
A lot.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Even in Calypso and thing too.
Well, same thing, presentation.
Yeah. And you mentioned the components, which I like, Calypso, Pan, and Mass. Bro, if we were to see the downfall of those, boy, wow.
I just say a lot of persons, but some people just criticize Pan and stuff like that. But even at this private shows, you know, you could say, let me go by Sign Hill. Sign Hill, we were like a 5-member.
Come and play some
at your gate.
Yeah.
When people coming in, just play some rhythm, boom tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep the components going. Because without that, it's like Carnival. Only Panorama, you're going to see Pan.
Exactly.
You know, we could involve the Pan in different activities and keep the vibes up on
rhythm section.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good, bro. You know, and I get you're a big fan of Calypso as well. I want to believe.
Yeah, it is good Calypso.
But we going 10 this year and I tell us already. We're going 10 this year.
Yo. So then, we were talking about the Carnival product. Apart from CDC, anything else that you figure that we could really do? You know, my thing is the patriotism. I really think that needs to go up.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, the CDC, the government, Sindens on a whole could put on the best carnival ever. We don't come out, we don't come on support, it boo down.
Because if you notice, when we come out and support,
we just support.
We just be talking the Caribbean.
Of course,
for real.
We just be talking the Caribbean.
For instance, right, I still believe that St. Vincent dubbed as the best soca monarch in the world. Not just the Caribbean, in the world. Because when people see our clips, it's like, yo, you know what I mean? I show people like outside some of the clips of our soca monarch.
Yeah. And I've seen some circulating recently.
Yeah.
Some big one from back in the days, boy. Soca monarch was the thing, bro. You know what I mean? But then again, it goes back, you know, I mean, the price. I mean, I can remember one time Soca monarch was $20.
Yeah.
Last Soca monarch was $70.
But the price remains the same.
Yeah. So but the there you go. You know, but the payout money
still
is the same. So now it's limiting a lot of persons from going as well. I personally, just like the Carnival lunch was $20. I support the fact that if you want to see the masses, you want to see this big number of persons come out, you have to make it affordable for everybody. You know,
and even the participation, I thought for the components was the lunch.
Like,
but I get to understand through the grapevine they had some problems with some components. So they didn't really show.
To get to involve everybody in it.
Yeah.
All right, so, but go ahead.
So these are some of the things that I think sometimes CDC does be too hard and fast. And
yes.
They don't.
No, if it's so said, how you see it, bro. If it's so.
I just say it all the time. Yeah. I support CDC because CDC is who makes the carnival.
I mean, I support them.
But
too,
they usually would make some
hard and
that
fast.
they could just let go.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
Some of the things even in the shows they should do is cut down the advertisements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you have to give your sponsorship and everything like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of persons, the producing of the shows, just be drawn out.
And that affects the overall quality of the show.
I can remember, it was when? I think it was Soca Monarch. Soca Monarch was there till morning.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man.
Yeah. It was daylight. It was daylight, and that's just before the winners won.
Exactly.
I think that is because of the merge of the show. But we think about the
good. The Raga Soca.
The Raga Soca from the.
I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with it.
You don't have a problem with it being two shows?
Being two shows.
Okay.
Being two shows.
Two
different shows. Right?
Because when you look at it, you look at when they were together. Persons wasn't coming in park for Raga Soca.
Yeah. Right. People would just rap back until...
So the Raga Soca element of it wasn't really interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
when you put it with Evo now, when you look at Evo show, the Evo show is a more mature audience.
And it's a more
slower pace and everything like that. I think they could work and develop it. But one of the things I think that we normally do is we normally give it a 2 try, and then if it didn't work at the second try, we take it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you only problem I have with the Ever show because it's a, I don't like to say old audience, right? But it's an age of a mature audience, right? You think the mature audience want to see a competition at a show that they're going for the past 3-4 years?
Nobody wants to go a competition show.
Right. So would it take away from the let's say the Ever crowd? Because Ever have its own people there. Does Ever crowd want to see that?
Well, that is how the CDC comes in now, in terms of
marketing,
producing a show. You understand? You have to limit that time because remember, you're looking at competitors, right? It's either you do this, it's either you say, listen, I take in the best 10,
right?
Because it makes it show shorter, best 10 instead of the best 20.
So do some semis and all of that.
Thank you very
just narrow it down to the
best 10.
Chelsea versus Madrid. We just go right there, you know?
Oh, don't imagine
Yeah, like what we say.
I know we don't beat them twice already.
Yeah, but I totally get that gist that you're talking about. This. So when they go in, it just nice and compact.
Compact.
So the persons who custom to go evil won't really have an issue with
exactly.
it. Yeah, because
nice and compact.
Yeah.
Even between the performances and them, you know, the artists who want to set up walk along with the artists and them so that they set up time would narrow down.
Yeah.
You understand? So that you don't
take over the show.
Don't take over the show.
Yeah.
That you have
that's
to sit down be waiting.
Yeah. If it takes over the evil show, then the evil fans and
they can move over the evil fans.
Yeah.
And they can try to create a whole.
They might end up and say,
boy,
it's not evil again, it's Raga Soca. So
exactly.
the merge of it is very important. How they merge it is very good.
You bring in the
I
art.
personally think it could have stands on its own. I think I don't know, no disrespect to Calypso, but I personally think that the Raga Soca could have gone the opening night.
The opening night?
Yes, at the 10 days, you know, and find a way to create the Calypso. I think the Calypso is more.
Calypso is a Sun. They have thing on Sunday night.
The semi-finals be that's how I know it was, and the opening on the Friday night.
Yeah, the Friday
right?
night. Fantastic.
So I
Friday.
think you could have put the groove in it. The Calypso, the Raga Soca, the
That's not a bad suggestion.
I think Calypso is more interested in tense. I'm sorry, I know.
Than Park.
When you do the play, put them straight, cry them straight, big yard. Yeah, because as I look at it from a business, as a businessman, as a promoter, does the semi-final of that same Calypso brings better revenue for you, or does it expense you?
Right.
More so the finals.
But we want to fall back in the same realm. That CDC is a facilitator,
right?
Not a business entity.
Yes.
Yeah?
No, but then,
back to the number one issue.
But then remember, you rightfully say it's time for CDC to start put on the
thinking
business side because Carnival now
is
no longer a contribution. Because Tana no longer contributing. He don't pay dues. It's business now, right?
Business,
so they gotta start think like the people who taking the money to come to these shows.
Yeah. And if you notice, from since in the 1980s, there has not been much of a diversion from the calendar events for CDC.
No. It still remains the same.
Still remains the same.
Still remains the same.
Yeah. I could remember when I was on the Mass Fans Association, I was actually trying to see if we could change up Mass in terms of competition and everything like that.
Right.
Let Mass have their own show. I think they came up with a event. I find it was really, really good. What was the name again? I think they partnered with Extreme in it in the first year. I can't remember what his name, but they came up with a nice
did it for 1 year
concept. They did it for about 2 years and that was it. I think the show that broke the camel's back, the year that broke the camel's back was when they had Rural Carnival. They had a Rural Carnival on the same night of the show.
Right.
Ignite.
Right.
They had a Rural Carnival the same night and they didn't make as much. So
they just decided they're gonna blank it. You know, and as promoters, that's not the best thing to do sometimes. Sometimes you have to take a little lash at it. If it's still constant, consistency does pay off, you know. So
exactly.
just don't give up on
give
time.
Give up on something because trust me, it was a nice show for the mass bands to have because they could have done almost anything with it.
Right.
I like no, so
as a mass band show.
You could have a big launching with that. Yeah. Ignite a big launching, you bring in your artists and you do whatever show you want to.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Hey, Santana in the building, man. I tell y'all, we're talking Carnival Hangout and we're still in the meat of the matter and it's still early. We're bringing in the mass men. You know, yesterday we had CDC inside as well talking about Carnival. You know, we you know, all of us, we're looking for the best. I really want to see Vincy Mass and I like how Santana is optimistic about it. He's saying that this year is going to be a big year.
Too.
You know?
I think this is going to be
a lot of persons do have doubts. So this is the reason why we actually invited you as well. You know, we're trying to put that confidence. In persons, especially some of the foreigners.
Yeah.
You know, see some persons saying, boy, you know.
Big. I just putting in a little thing. Even my business, the Wirebra business, I saw a lot of persons interested from overseas.
Yeah. Right.
When they come in, they want this and they want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it shows that persons are gravitating.
Yeah, they are. I just think that because we remember our nation and our country is a 9 days thing and we just carry it. So the launching trending now. Some of the people them who actually hitting the launch, they already buy the ticket to come home. Yeah, they already buy the ticket. Yeah. But that trending, they will stay on this trend. Until Tana start about another trend.
So, when I come up and I tell them, no man, you're doing wrong, they come and they cuss me.
Yeah, they will.
But I don't. Just for persons out there, when I make a post on Facebook, it is not actually a post to say, okay, then yes, hard and fast.
Yeah.
It is opening a discussion.
Yeah.
You understand? A lot of persons would
have
ideas. A lot of persons would have ideas are different. I respect everybody.
Yeah.
The part that has get me, I wouldn't use to say upset, but nothing really on social media get me upset.
Yeah. Slightly annoying.
Is when people get in disrespect.
Personally.
Obviously, when they go personally, you're being very disrespectful.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I like when we utilize social media to our advantage. Yeah. Just like that, having discussions and going back and forth and sharing ideas. But when you go and too deep and Tana this and Tana that, bro, that's when
you could have differences.
Yeah.
But we could respect one another. I could tell you, I don't know if you haven't mentioned today, but Josette Bowen is one of the biggest, you have to say, persons on Facebook when she's talking about, she talks her mind. You understand? Right. You might not agree with it, but she talks her mind.
Right.
And she's one of my biggest friends. Josette would call me and Josette would say, Sean, you alright? Okay? And I understand her.
But it's all life.
Exactly.
Life.
Yeah. We understand one another.
Yeah, I can agree on the same thing.
She supported NDP, I support Labour.
I was hoping.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I mean, after all, it's not no secret. It's not no secret, you know? You know what I mean? But Tana, you know what I mean? Give tags. I'm going to give you a little, we just call them some 5 powers, all right? I'm going to give you some 5 powers just before we wrap up and just ask you to do some last remarks. So, but the first one, boy, Carnival Harun.
This me being biased, eh? Yeah. This is me being biased. And probably true too. Carry.
Yeah. Alright. Raga power.
Raga.
Tana is a old man, boy.
Raga.
Yeah. Alright. Music or television?
Television.
Alright. Nice.
Watch Chelsea lose it.
Boy, no. That's probably the only thing on social media that's getting me vexed. When you see Chelsea lose and then my notification goes out.
I look for 2 posts on social media. Tana, I'm an old time teacher. Big up Ava.
Yeah.
I don't look for that. I have to look at that.
Oh, man.
Alright. I had a sports question, but I can't answer that because we don't know how that's going to go. You know what I mean? Fish or chicken?
Fish is healthy. But chicken
eat better.
I can't believe that man said everything. Alright, car or Jeep?
Jeep.
Alright. Big up. So Saturn, give thanks. Any final words you want to say? I mean, we heading inside Vincy Mas. Anything that you could say to anybody out there listening, you know, when it comes to Vincy Mas on a whole, you know, our product and what we have to offer, feel free.
Yeah, I just want to take the opportunity to encourage persons to support the shows.
Yeah.
Support the events. As they say, bring a queen and leave home a machine.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Always within this of fun. Let us have a fun. Let us have
Clean
a
fun.
nice Vincy Mas 2023. And go out and support everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
It's gonna be big.
it's our thing and we have to embrace it. We have to embrace it wholeheartedly. Not just 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
I know the good thing, right? We go there, negative no, one hit end up good enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The mass have to play.
Yeah,
Mass
have to
have
play.
to
have to play, boy.
Hey, just before you go, just mention that business of yours again.
Deja Wire.
Deja Wire.
Yes.
DEJA.
DA.
DAJA.
All right, DAJA.
Wire, yeah.
Wire. And
Yeah.
you're on Instagram.
And on Instagram, yeah.
All right, so
Facebook.
persons, you could check out that, see what Tana has to offer. Tana, give thanks, bro. I mean,
Man,
we
bless
pull it
up.
off your day doing whatever you have to do.
Nah, man. I tell you now, once it's carnival,
Say
You
what,
ready?
say
You
what.
ready?
I tell you, I remember my wife get vexed with me. She probably listening now. Don't big up the persons down at A Street.
Yeah.
I remember a time
Look up the Curious family.
heading home, and I stop off by Jude. And I spent about 3 hours starting carnival.
Vex.
Vex. I nearly sleep in the dark house.
There's a time for everything.
You just can't stop.
All right, my brother. But thank you very
Big up
much.
the bridge.
It was always good. It's always good to have discussions about carnival. You know?
And we need it.
Yeah,
We need it. We need
Very
it. You know,
much.
sometimes it helps to quell some of the fears and the misinformation and all of that. Yeah. So thank you very much, my brother.
All right, man.
Carnival
Blessings,
hangout.
eh?
Blessings.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right. Hey, there you have it, boy. We got a couple of minutes away from 12 o'clock. We're inside